So here's a mistake a lot of men make when it comes to dating is sacrificing their integrity. It's not standing by what they really believe or changing themselves to make a woman like you. Now, I'm a men's rights activist. This is a men's rights channel. I'm going to explain how this kind of ties into the men's rights movement. But just in general, there are too many guys out there who think they're going to make a woman like them by changing themselves and lying and not really saying what they believe. Or if they have a hobby that's not really cool, or they have an opinion that's not really cool, they want to change that because they don't want to look uncool or undesirable to whatever girl they're trying to make them like them. That's not going to go anywhere in the long term because now all you're doing is living a lie. And do you really want to attract someone and date someone who doesn't actually like the real you? And does it do you any favors to really kind of weaken yourself and tear your own self down? Because the things that you value, your hobbies, your beliefs, the things that you like, if you're now rejecting those things to make someone else like you, doesn't that mean you're weakening yourself, taking yourself down to make someone else approve of you? When that person wouldn't do that thing for you, and I suppose this goes both ways for a woman as well. If you're trying to change yourself to make a man like you, exactly the same thing. You are now tearing yourself down to make this guy like you. If he wouldn't like you anyway, now you're going to just live this lie constantly. It's not going to work in the long term. And the way this ties into the men's rights movement is being an MRA definitely does not help you in the dating world at all. Saying you're a men's rights activist and talking about men's rights is certainly not sexy in any way, shape, or form. So it would have been easier for me in in many instances, many times, it would have been easier for me, more beneficial in the short run to not be an MRA. And it's not like it's something that I bring up on dates, but I do have a YouTube channel, I do have a Twitter, I do have a TikTok, I do talk about this stuff. I do have a somewhat, I guess, kind of recognized name. So yeah, it does sometimes come up. And if a woman asks me, "Oh, do you have an Instagram? Do you have a Reddit? Do you have a Twitter? Do you have this or that?" They're gonna find this channel. And sometimes that's caused breakups, or sometimes not so much breakups, but sometimes that's caused, well, kind of. Sometimes that's caused the woman to change her mind and no longer want to be with me or no longer want to date me. But I'm still not going to change this channel. I'm not going to not make these videos. I'm not going to not say what I really believe. And that is called integrity. And that's tough and that's hard. And for a long time in my life, I wasn't like that. And even to this day, I'm not perfect about that either. But when you wake up every single day knowing that you have that integrity, for the most part, and yeah, you'll slip up here and there, you'll make mistakes here and there. It's gonna happen. You're gonna say things you wish you didn't say, do things you wish you didn't do. You're gonna have regrets. But for the most part, you know, overall, do I live my life in accordance to my actual principles? Do I stand up for what I really believe in? Do I stand up for myself? Not every single second of every day. You'll slip up. You'll have moments of weakness. But for the most part, how do you live? You know the answer to that question. You don't have to think about it. You already know. So when you wake up tomorrow, whatever day you're watching this, ask yourself that question and then make the choice.